And now we're going into the next game. As you can hear the countdown, and the map is going to be Crossfire.
We've already had 3 incredible ZVTs to start the day, an incredible TVT, and now here's the 5th game, Game 2, between Bomber and Happy. It is day 2 of Dreamhack Summer 2011. I am Day 9.
And I'm D'Apollo.
And here in the top right corner, the man who seems to give aggression a new meaning. It is Star Tails Bomber. And in the bottom left, he's been putting up a fight in every single game, but will he be able to pull through and lock down a series for a win? We have Happy.
These guys, looking at this right now, they have the most simplistic nicknames I've ever seen out of anybody.
Happy.
Can you imagine that when he chose his nickname? He was like,
Bomber.
Happy. And then Bomber's like, I like the word Bomber.
Now, I will note that the tag for Bomber, he is on Team Startail, so that's abbreviated ST, so I always call him Saint Bomber. And I'm pretty sure that that is not correct, but either way, that is one of my new favorite things to just say in general.
I bet he'd have fun if he actually did go to MLG. Imagine trying to get in the borderline with that. He's wearing his ST t-shirt, he's got Bomber on the back. I'm sure the customs in your country would be happy seeing him try to enter.
Yeah, make sure you check that in the luggage. We do see Happy in the bottom left building his first barracks in the top right. Same deal with Bomber, but oh, where is this one SCV going? Not through the middle of the map. Could be some sort of cute proxy, or he could just be playing it really safe.
I think he's playing safe, just checking for any style. Any proxy, anything like that, because like oh, he actually is going to be building a proxy barracks here. Bomber, what are you doing? Swear to me.
We have Happy now adding on his own refinery, going to begin that marine production. And oh, this is so smart by Bomber. I mean, essentially, he is going to not be building any gas. He looks like he's doing an early expand. So in camp Happy's going to be more than comfortable delaying a bunker, delaying making that many units, anticipating a fast expand. But if Happy's being really careful, oh, he's going by the watchtower. Will he manage to pop down to this one alley where there's a finished barracks?
Well, the biggest tell right now in Happy's vision is, why is this marine coming down? And that's what he's been asking himself. When you fast expand, you don't really push out with marines too often.
Yeah.
And I mean, sure, he could be taking the Zalnaga Tower, but I'm sure Happy's alarm bells are tingling and ringing inside his head. And he's got to be super careful, because we do have a lot of marines in production now. And the factory's only halfway done. One Hellion will help out a lot against this, but Bomber needs to get there before that Hellion does make out. And the Zalnaga Tower sees it all.
He sees what's coming up. He's trying to build a bunker, but there's a late supply depot from Happy. Will not be able to get down quite in time. And even if this doesn't end up working super effectively, there are still great transitions out of the 2 racks. We see Happy having a lot of SCVs up at the top. There now are the Marines firing. But can he pull back in time? It looks like some very nice micro by Bomber. The bunker, 10 seconds from being done.
Oh, SCV kills though. This is the most important part for Bomber here. Taking a lot of SCVs down. Bunker does not complete. In the meantime, he is taking expansion on the gold, but a lot of Marines here. 6 in total. More SCVs coming down. But Bomber, a lot of pressure right now. I'm looking at the workers killed. 4 workers killed for Bomber now. And where is that Hellion? It's just about to come out, which is going to be key in defending against this. No!
There's the Hellion. Oh no, marches right on up, dropping itself to the yellow health. Manages to stay alive a little longer, but it will not be enough. Marines marching in 2 at a time. Happy down to 11 SCVs to 21 from Bomber. Happy is praying that he can get those cloaked Banshees up. That would be his one saving grace in the late game, but at this point in time, it's going to have to be Hellion Marine production nonstop. Happy.
Well,
what up against 5 barracks?
What Happy can do, I mean, he's going to get this Banshee out now. Which is going to help out a lot against this, especially if he goes directly north. He will be able to go into this gold base, and there's no engineering bay down. There's no form of turrets going to come at all anytime soon, and he's going for cloak as well. I guess that Bomber will have 2 orbital commands to help out against this, and another barracks been added. Look at this, 5 barracks in total without any gas. 6 if we include the one that is flying back.
I mean, this is just insane. Oh my! Oh, he's going to get to just get a nice little walk up into the main, see that there's no expansion down. Happy may estimate what he's going to be seeing at this point in time. Bomber is in a commanding lead, 41-22, but don't forget how much bannage Hashi has been able to do.
Bannage Hashi.
That's right. Damage, Banshee, Happy, all getting mashed together into a brand new vocabulary for Terran versus Terran description. We are going to see Happy can do a lot of damage with this Banshee, potentially allowing him to step back into the game, but this rally point is not going to be able to spot this gold expansion at the left.
Ooh. Wow, look at the timing of them turrets on that gold and inside the main. That is absolutely perfect. Look at this. Just as the Banshee's going to even try to arrive at any of these locations, the turrets will completely nullify that Banshee harassment. Combined with a few Marines, even though they don't have stim, he's going to be able to defend against this quite successfully.
And right now, we do see that Bomber having his Marines positioned extremely aggressively, hoping to catch one of these Banshees off guard. But as we're going to see, Marines galore litter the map. One turret in the main, going to be able to deal with these Banshees. I mean, there are not that many options for Happy at this point.
In comes the Banshee. He's going to be able to pick up a few dark areas, though, like the hole it's in now. There's no Viking or anything to help out like that, but he's got to be careful against these slow Marines without stim. Takes a lot of hit points here, but the Banshee does get 2 kills.
I mean, Happy again having... Oh!
Okay. All right. Happy's in a bad position right now, Sean.
I will agree with you, Dr. D. Apollo. I mean, Bomber is being so consistently aggressive with his Marine placement. Happy so enraged, he's starting a forest fire on Crossfire. Maybe going to get some damage down on these Marines, but I mean, Bomber just has so many in the unit counting station. 31 Marines for the Korean Terran player. Happy just now starting his own expansion. Happy doesn't even realize that this gold is up right now for Bomber. Thinks that it's still a somewhat even match.
I don't know what. Well, this Banshee needs to get more scanning information. It did see that a lot of barracks have been made Engineering Bay 2, but does he really think that Bomber would have done all that on one base without getting another orbital command? And once again, this Banshee is going to go into the base. So we can find Stim, though, is near completion. And it looks like Happy sees the Expo is not there again and realizes what is up. And is going to see all these Marines. He's got to be careful, though, not to lose any. And must know now that this gold expansion is up.
I mean, Happy's doing some great micro, but I mean, you can only micro so much, and oh god, he may very well leave this game upon spotting this gold expansion. I mean, Happy is just light years behind his opponent. The 2 racks did so much damage. Now the Marine starting for it. Oh!
Wow. Okay.
91-37.
Happy's fallen apart in this game, and he's so far. Look, his orbital command is only just about to be begun on that command center going to the natural, but it's going to be so hard. He's trying to get into factory tech so he can get siege tanks up, but oh, another scan just misses that Banshee. And the only hope for Happy here is that he can get a few tanks out before Bomber has the opportunity to do so, but Bomber not even going to go for tanks. He's gone straight for that reactor on the factory, switching it up with the starport, and is just going to go MKP style with these Marines all over the place.
Just now hitting 100 food. Bomber is still ridiculously far ahead, trying to maybe pick off this one Banshee. Happy getting any little edge that he can. He ran out of cloak, though. Bomber is going to try to reposition these Marines, and uh-oh, it looks like the Banshee getting a little bit caught off, but still, I mean, you're really seeing some nice control from Banshee, from Happy, despite being so far behind. But once this medevac count begins to really climb, we're going to see Bomber in an outrageously aggressive position.
And +1 attack, just about a finish for these Marines. The Banshee is being pushed out, and the way that this style is being played, Happy is going to be defending. Oh, actually the Banshee goes down again. Another one goes down for Happy. But as I was saying, Happy's defenses are going to be really concentrated in just one area. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bomber exploits that with these medivacs and just drops in multiple locations in the back of Happy's base, pulling Happy apart and then just going for a large assault onto that natural with this +1/1 timing attack that is surely on its way.
And you know, I have a lot of admiration for the way that Bomber is playing this out. He is not trying to rush for the win, and he's definitely not stopped trying. He is playing his absolute best getting these 2 engineering bays up, immediately getting his better upgrades, starting to mass up tanks. Not going to have any disadvantage at all. He's going to maintain the lead in terms of tanks, Marines, medevacs, every single way that he can. And now the medevacs moving into the backside. There's virtually nothing that Happy has here to defend it. I mean, he has a handful of Marines, but these are 4 full medevacs, and Bomber may even be able to move into the front side. I mean, just has so many units. 70 Marines versus 15 for Happy.
And the upgrades are better. The economy as well. 60 SCVs versus 34. These 4 medevacs just idling on the left-hand side, just waiting patiently as these Marines are pushing through the middle of the map. Hellions are being microed well, are going to go back on red hit points, but loses that Xel'Naga tower again. And nice position with Happy, though, with these Marines and that 1 medevac, but I don't think, as you said, will be enough. Look at the reinforcements. Even if Happy somehow lost all 4 medevacs with all Marines, he still has enough to fight against Happy with just the reinforcements here.
Bomber more than doubling Happy's food. Sensor tower going in the middle of the map. Very difficult to have that up normally, but when you have a tremendous lead the way Bomber does, you can almost do anything at this point in the game. A 4th command center going down. These 2 engineering bays are continuing to upgrade. I mean, Bomber has not missed a beat, getting that +1 attack. And I mean, from Happy's point of view, when you see this big circle in the middle of the map, you're immediately knowing how far behind you really are.
And there's no need for Bomber to attack. I mean, people might be wondering, why is he not attacking? He's got such an advantage. Well, why does he need to? He's got complete control. He sees that there's no 3rd base being taken for Happy, and he's now on 4 bases. And look at all them barracks being added on, and 3 Ghost Academies.
Oh, I bet you he is going to get Cloak and Mobius Reactor and maybe something else. Looks like the medevacs are trying to swing in, getting a scan, but he's just going to leave these medevacs here, wait until Happy tries to move out. There's the tank siege, so he will not get too many off, but there, all the medevacs unload. Bomber doing huge damage, going in for the SCV line.
Wow, and Happy has to pull back, and as he pulls back, Bomber moves down to the natural area and will set up such a great position. It'll be so hard to unlock. Bomber doesn't even care that he loses all that. Look at the position he's going to get on top of this natural. And then, oh my god, the command center goes down.
Oh, Bomber displaying total domination in this match.
He's getting nukes.
Wow, and hey, look at this. We have Cloak,
standard.
We have a nuke, we have a Mobius Reactor with a nuke queued up behind it. This is going to be the key for Bomber to have an efficient kill in the late game. Happy not quite giving up yet, maintaining a little bit of hope. If he can get an SCV down there, he can resume building this command center. We do see all these. Oh, and there's the good game. Happy gives up in the war of attrition. Essentially ran out of options very quickly after that incredible 2 racks opening by Bomber.
And the way Happy could have come back in that game was through the Banshee use.
Yeah.
Which could have brought him back. We've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot in the GSL where we've seen Banshees come back through late engineering bay timings, doing a lot of damage, picking off small areas that are dark from that turret range. But the Banshee control was not really up there.
Yeah.
It wasn't used so effectively, and Bomber just cruised through, just went on autopilot and just completely drew through that game.
Yeah, I mean, incredible victory for Bomber. And, you know, I feel kind of bad for Happy because he had a lot of expectation going into this event. He is a superstar online, but now that we're at a live tournament,
0-2.
He is 0-2 in that group, almost guaranteed to be out of the tournament at this point, and in particular, played 3 long, exhausting games against Hey Pro, and then played a brutal, close game against Bomber on Xel'Naga Caverns, and just seemed to collapse and run out of steam in Game 5. But for any of you who are Bomber fans, we have coming up next Bomber versus Mana, a Terran versus Protoss. Bomber, well known for being phenomenal in that matchup. And I wanted to just give a couple of announcements as we're here. We are going to be going on a brief break in just a minute, but keep in mind all the matches that we have casted yesterday are up at day9tv.blip.tv. Go there and watch while we are away. And would there be a series that you'd perhaps recommend, Dr. Diapollo?
July Zoo versus Tulsi.
Watch that.
Definitely.
Like, even if you've already seen it, just watch it again. Because honestly, that's what I did after the match was finished, just loaded up the replays and drooled. Phenomenal play. Also, on the Justin.tv stream, do not forget to do the little subscribe button, because whenever the stream goes on and off, you will get an automated email there. So definitely do sign up. And now we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'm Day 9.
And I'm D'Apollo.
This is Day 2 of Dreamhack Summer 2011 group stage play. When we come back, Bomber versus Mana.
The faster, lighter protection. ESET Nod 32 antivirus gives you less lag and more frag for your Windows, Mac or Linux computer.